of afraid to breathe.
Hold your breath for the room tone.
Baka ni mong runto ni.
Hello and welcome to RetasoCast, episode 38. Can you hear me? I know, something's missing.
Something very loud.
There's a huge chunk.
I know. Look at us, we're so spaced apart.
I know.
What's happening?
I miss.
Discomforting kayo.
Yeah.
Discomfiting?
Discomforting.
Discomfiting.
It's unnerving.
Kaya ba? Spiyan.
Discomfit.
Yeah.
Does that mean the way you're saying it?
I think so.
Ako ka na makawa siya confit ba?
Everybody hates
pagkaon
it.
ng
Come
confit?
on.
Yeah.
Coffee. I don't know.
Yung
I'm
confit
just
na yung
making-
nag-coffee tao?
Confit.
This is so weird. I'm not used to this
I
anymore.
know.
Ano siya ang Post-Bayani episode part 1. First
Yeah.
of
Wait.
the rest.
Oh, yeah. Of the rest of our lives together. Pati yata.
So, nagkuhan pa may na assimilate pa may to
With
the...
us. It's gonna be a very awkward episode, probably.
I know.
Kasing luwag kayo ng episode din siya as Titus before.
Well, spatially.
What? No. It's just like I'm not used to having earphones, so everything's really loud.
Oh.
I was just used to.
Oh, yeah. Ganda si Bayani mo dahil mag-earphones.
So, kung may mga differences, kanang post o pre-Bayani, during post-Bayani,
What about you, Tiny? What did you notice?
What did I notice?
Ito.
Lack of cuddles.
sige, break.
Someone like, what a way to start a podcast. Ew, cuddles.
You know, it's a cry for help. Cuddles are great.
Yeah, just the idea of them. You just like the idea of things, don't you, Tiny?
No, I love physical cuddles.
Sige, expound on the lack of physical cuddles you've been having.
Well, you can talk about it. You haven't had
Fuck
it
you.
for like. You have more experience. It's just been 1 month for me.
Wala, 1 month na day.
20 days, I think.
20 days. Kano sa 40 days ni Ben?
It's not a
Hey,
very.
Ben, thanks for listening.
Bito.
Kay Bob,
Yeah.
We are the biggest fan. Naghinuwat din siya para sa new
Really?
episode sa
Bito.
kuan.
Hi, Benny. How does it feel like to be on the other end?
Yeah, and
Kanantik ka
Tiny's
kastorya ba?
here.
You can't ask questions anymore.
And nobody's listening to you.
As usual.
No.
Everybody listens. Dagabi nag-sad react. Ganun hawa si Brian. It's like,
Aww.
sad
Ako
react.
pala i-milk pa na. Ako episode nga wa pa na
So,
upload.
Tanan na lang nato Post-Bayani kay kanang,
Goodbye, Bayani.
Post-Bayani part 4.
Are we grieving or are we celebrating?
Both.
Just raking in those likes, you know, those pity likes.
Hey, our viewers like us.
Di, pitiful siya. Like, based on number ba?
You know,
Pitiful
every
din.
one of them counts, you know.
No good.
You count. I care about you.
Anong lain mo to?
Find me in the next ballot.
Madaga na
my
this
God.
PIA sa next election.
Bitaw,
Yeah.
2022. Asa man imong tarpaulin
Sige mo na siya push sa family members to
to join the government agency? Which
So-
one?
government agency.
You just
The
go
executive branch.
Executive branch. Let's go.
That's where the most
No.
money is, you know.
Probably.
Yeah.
According to COA.
Not in the vice presidency.
Bitaw, kamoy ka silang budget permi.
Biha COA.
Lagi?
On a roll, diba?
It's been awesome. I love it. It's so fun.
Like
Just
throughout the week.
Yeah.
Matalang ko niya. Kanina na po gipatay. Government agency ang COA ba?
No.
tanan na lang. DOH, PhilHealth. Oh, wait. Kaya ano man ang PhilHealth? OWWA?
Ports Authority nga bureau.
What? They did that too? I'm surprised. I didn't hear anything about customs.
Just you wait. Ugma na na day ba?
Or it's just like such a constant na lang a stream ba? So
Murag
they
ka nang
just
wala
stop.
sila ni Karen.
Let's stop. We already know.
You wonder, like, is it because Duterte's leaving this year? Is that why they're slash and hacking
Feel
now?
na ko. Oh.
That's so great. I love them.
Pero mga kuan man daw ng mga Aquino man dyan daw. Like,
Ang mga
that's what
kawa?
they said. Like, that's what the kanang mga
DDS?
DDS propagandists say. Na, ay, so na yung mga kinaramay na kuan.
Napod.
Na appointees.
Kato ang kuha nga murag logo kay ilang gikuan. O tilawan ni. Gimuan og mga meanings ba, ang colors, so yung mga symbols.
Buguan na lang siya nila, no?
Tanan na lang yun.
Asan grabe na lang kabugo.
Di man sila bugo.
Di lagi sila bugo. Tayo
Binayaran lang sila.
Masa, like,
Binayaran lang sila.
smart. They're very smart about their money.
Bro, ikaw nga na ikaduha nga trabaho. Kapadayin sa Tesco.
let's stick there. Let's not talk about the everything.
At least you won't be audited by COA. That's the
know.
good thing.
Goa goes after Axis next week.
No, don't mention it. They're gonna smell it and then they're gonna...
Sus. Ano sa magipang buhat sa COA this week? Daghang man kag agencies na ilang ano.
Pero weird bitaw na magkaroon na tanang kabati ng COA's doing stuff. Or have they been doing it?
Na seems
For a
sila
while.
buhat na before niya. Murag sa past few years kay ignore naman sila.
How did they get the
attention?
spotlight this time?
Yeah.
Kay ilang mong gidirect si Duki.
Oh.
Atong sa ilang DOH nga mga procurement nga dagko kayo.
That 700,000 laptop.
Oo. Grabe ka expense.
Are they gonna game?
Game
on it?
laptop na yun ba?
Sila duwaan. People's lives.
Nakuha ang gidawag chances for going after the kanang dreams nilang nga maghimog ka ng esports team ba. So mga nagibuhat sa COA.
Bitaw na sila gaming laptop.
If mo palit ka sa mga government nga mga butang, like naman na siya sticker, like for example kanino pat, kanina siya sticker sa ubos. Like kanang sa siya gi-procure kasi nagkuha niya pila. Umot lang sa ito ka tinuod. Nato'y genius nga kanang grabe ka bati kayo murag tag 300 rapitaw nga speaker. Niya sa ubos kay murag 600,000 man sila. Grabe ka baga kay naon.
The philosophy sa bidding nila. Kay it always goes the lowest bidder.
Oh.
So I was like, how are you getting this 600,000? Like, na mga stuff.
Kasi kung saan na siya pag game,
So,
kuha ka og bid sa imong ganahan. So mga anak ka kani siya mo niya akong gipili. Sige, pila may price ni mo na mga kuan 600,000. Sige, jaka pa na nato times 2. Niya gay kog mga kuan na 1/4 sa kuan so
essentially,
mga 1,200,000. Ano ba akong math?
I have no idea.
Sige ka na, muna na siya. So, mukuha ko, ana nimo. Pero, iagi mo na natog bidding. So, mukuha ko lain ng mga kumpanya. Kasi may kailan ni mga kumpanya lain.
Oh, and then they bid higher than
masugot
them.
ka nga. Kuhan, sige, 3 million iya ha. Nga kato isa kay 2.5. So, ikaw nga 1 kuha na nimo.
Yung
Imong
divide.
gasto is mga 600,000 na. Tagaan mo og parts adto ang katong imong gipabid lain. Ang katong tawo nga nagplansya sa inyong kuan. Nya, muna imong kita na, muna lang remaining.
oh,
So
nasty.
that's why everything is so expensive
It's so
because
dirty.
it's always going to the corrupt people.
Of
So
course
it's like,
it
oh, this is your cut.
Muna ang projects, my dear people.
Nandiyan na kickback.
Mao na ang lifeblood sa country. Mao na ang pinakadako nga mga kuan gyud kay kanang DPWH, Department of Public Works and Highways. Kay minilyon mo pud ilang kita ana.
Oh, man.
Yung mo ba ang kanang primary nga something ni Duterte? Build.
Still.
Yeah. Yuck. And it's so funny because they made the bidding system to curb corruption. Kunwari. But it's like
Pwede na siya
inevitable.
mag-game.
Ang Pinoy kay grabe mo ka resilient. Apil mo na sa atong resiliency nga may kita mo game og mga inana. Like kung nay duwa, don't hate the player.
Bitaw.
Hate the game. Babe.
Basta na duwa. Duwa dyan ang
Mo na,
Pinoy.
di na taangay mag-government.
Ano aksi in
Pag-aksino lang mo tanan.
May pag-aksi na sila. Di pa sila maglalis.
Bito. May pagka nang ang ilagi pang kickback ay aksi na nila. Pero kas-alang. Kanya the next ones are gonna be like honest ones. Kaya it's like aksi. They don't need to want more.
Yeah, you just
Sila buhaton. Huwag mo na sila ipambuhat sa ilang mga opisina. Shout out there sa among kuan
manager.
manager.
Mong TL. Huy TL.
Johnny Marco.
Pero bitaw, some government workers, government work is not very efficient, manjud. Like,
It's not. It's not meant to be efficient so that they can steal more.
There's murag na may term na red tape. Diba?
There's a lot of bureaucratic processes.
Like mo na mag-prevent sa imo from moving forward with kanang something ay imong buhaton. Kung di sila ganahan, kung dili siya mo work for the established nilang system ba. Ani mo kung magbinuotan ka in the government
Or you play the game.
Kung magbinuotan ka kay either ma-football ka kay imong gi-report ang isa ka crime. Yung very obvious. Yung mga mas taas nimo kay sila may nagkontrola ng duwa. Or mapareha kanila eventually.
that's always.
I hope Vico Soto doesn't do that.
No.
Soto mo siya. Ayun set of hopes.
He's a cutie pie.
Mo na.
So
Boil down na yun sa
That's
mga...
the only reason why you vote for people.
because they're cuties.
The cuties.
No, also
Pwede ta mag-cutie
they're
ranking.
like, they're like morality cute. Oh shit, ethical cutie.
Sige, mag-tier ranking ta sa ethical cuties sa next nga episode.
Vico Soto.
We're gonna do that
Yeah,
live.
magmahigdani in like a year or 6 months.
Bito. Tinuodo na yung colors pa.
Like other than the kanang bidding thing, one of the reasons why mahal jud kay most of the times they man jud mo gasto og kanang for within the for internally ang mga people in government. That's why they're so ineffective because they're not thinking about like how actually to better the like what they're doing for the people. Like they're not actually making projects to better society or
it's
anything.
to better themselves.
It's just that what can we spend on para so that we can get like koa out of our tail. So it's like, let's just go to like these conferences. Let's just make 3 more conferences and let's make lechon and I don't know, let's put them in fancy hotels so that mahurot jud nato ang budget because like na jud na sila set nga budget. Yeah, I think mo tong kanang problem sa katong I dili kanang DOH kay murag na deficiency like wala pa nila nagasto.
May
So murag
surplus.
mo na ila kanang problema
But at
tingay
the same
karon.
time, they must be spending a lot mampod karon kay we're in the middle of a pandemic.
Yeah, they should be.
Should
Unta. Pero so what happened? Why aren't they like spending that?
So many like health workers still haven't been paid on time and they're underpaid. Remember the health worker who died who was only given like 5,000?
Naginigawas ng puto yun. Last year pa ba itong balita?
Yeah, kita ko beto nga news nung namatay siya.
She was expecting at least 30,000 for hazard pay and that's really low. That's just 500 pesos a day.
I think if you're working for the government, dapat hazard pay mo ka everyday.
Like hazard po sa morals.
Like dili sa kanang upper echelons kanang naka sa ubos ba? Like sa mga kuan. Rank and file.
Samo kayo kay kaning our board gaming chat has turned into a COVID update chat.
Tiny has a board gaming chat. That's the headline. That's the headline here.
No, but the point is like I have a friend who's constantly talking about getting the health side, the DOH side of things, or at least getting in the local government, getting why doctors though aren't really talking about DOH against DOH because they say, the bidding process takes too long and getting mga matay na lang ang mga tao daw. So they're just trying to getting hijack the rules to save people. And then again, like there was a lot in the report said like unused funds and then or they were using the funds to, give groceries to the personnel.
I mean, that's
Okay,
also
at
good.
least personnel.
Groceries are good. They need that.
Laptops are
They had
like 700,000 laptops.
they had gift certificates for the personnel, like cash gifts.
Oh, bitan.
Hindi mo kaganahan sa personnel times. Hindi mo kaganahan makadawat sila mga cash gifts.
Pero that's the thing in government. Namudata juga sa government because they're always giving you stuff.
Oh, yun.
And you always...
Procurement. So, ang COA, naghapi dahilan din, sa atong corruption.
Oh,
Why? Because of the bidding?
Kasi nasa budget.
Hindi, kaya nasa yung budget, niya dapat doon mo. Or else COA is on your ass.
Oh.
Oh my God, it was Koa's fault all along. Don't be on their ass. That's not their problem.
Kanabitaw ka nang when you stare too long into the abyss stares back. Yeah,
Which one is the abyss in this?
So don't fight dragons or kanang monsters or you
Let's become one.
Oh. So basta yung COA may pinaka-corrupt nga branch of government. Walang takaybaw ba?
I mean, like, I'm not gonna deny that. There might be. That's a government office.
Mas yung player ni karon. Wala takaybaw.
Naday ka na mo dagan sa COA ba?
Ang kanang ilang kuan.
Kinsa?
Secretary.
I don't even know who the secretary is.
Nana siya ka kanang
Grabe siya ka low-key mo.
mo nang hadlok ng mga mafia shit ba? Like mga tao nga wani mo na ilhan mo na sila.
Galit lagdagan mo. Who the fuck are you? That's all the leftists.
So givilify na nato ang COA in like 18 minutes.
Samok. It didn't even last that long. Jesus.
Pero stress ba sila sa COA. So they might be doing something. Kana stress man sila?
Speaking of stress, namatay itong isa.
Yeah. Out of stress.
Namatay kasi. Inana ka stressful.
He lived in Dumaguete, Pujud, which is one of the most peaceful and quiet cities. And he died out of stress.
Maybe it's peaceful and quiet because their government are actually doing things.
Kaya ang Cebu, di man inana. Na may mamatay every day. At least 2.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really? That's
Di,
a
mapatay ba?
okay.
Like, dili mamatay. Like, patyon.
Patyon, Jud. So these aren't COVID deaths?
Di, hindi siya COVID deaths. Unless COVID comes with a bullet.
I mean, that's
Technically,
like a great idea.
This would siya ka ng nata sa point in time nga di na mo salig pagayo ka ng gobyerno ba? Okay. Ang patay ang kaning COA nga panghitabo ron. Okay, people are happy just seeing this.
Really?
Yeah.
Nga happy man sila.
Happy sila nga kanang nahitabo nga something ba. Like after years of corruption nga rampant kay like someone is finally stepping up to the plate.
I know, it's great, it's awesome. And then day after day, just going one after another like some bloodthirsty maniac.
Winarak, Jude, no?
Giwarak, Jude. Oh!
Murag siya kanang 90s nga porn nga
I know.
title. Winarak. Di ba na may warat?
Oh, what's a warak?
Warat.
Saan ang warat?
Bold film sa una ba?
Mo?
Muna pangan. Okay ba kay karat? I know that's a word.
What's a manang karat?
I don't know what a warat is.
Dili
Mo
siguro
tong naan pag-ingon kadungnaw atong winarak.
Di siguro warat?
Winarak niya ang dangal ng DOH.
Wow.
Iha niya animal eh.
Hilak-hilak
Yun, nilakilak po yun.
Oh, yun.
Just, yeah, update pa dyan bago na nag-ingon si Duterte. I will not leave, Doki.
Ito kanang if gubuon ninyo si Doki kay
Gubon ko ninyo.
What is
which is nice. Which is a nice thought nga kanang murag nagkaibaw na day kasi equivalency.
What happened to kanang if people are corrupt, you're gonna kick them out? That's never happened. They get promoted. Get
Like
people.
na-promote naman enough ang tanang tao nga na were corrupt with him. So kanang mo na ning endgame. Like nagtipok na sila tanan sa top ba.
It's
So
like, yeah, party.
one fell swoop na lang ning may isa sila. Mo lang mabuhat pa ni COA do your job.
Depending with...
Murag sa tanan Pinoy kita ra siguro nakaingon na COA please do your job.
It's like they're trying their best.
I
Dali na
know.
mamatay nila kita rin mo na do your job bitch.
You know, one of our friends has a tita who was part of COA, right?
Really?
Kuan
Yeah.
her piyad ko. Kuan siya I think silence yeah.
Shit.
For like
She-
unveiling corruption as usual.
So, I guess the COA's been working really, really hard.
Like
if they're dying for it.
I like that it's getting like some publicity and people are actually caring to hear about it. Because most people are like, dilawan. But like, like with the people you're talking about every day, or like talking with every day, they actually hear about these things. And I'm like, hello, napudning ka ng si DOH o si blah blah blah. So like they care,
I'm glad.
which is like it's a relief, but also, that's not Duterte's fault.
Exactly.
Daghan ko nakita actually ng murag identifiably leaning towards Duterte before ba. Nga kanang nag-post pero mga anti-Duque stuff karon.
No.
Pero wala wala sila ni post pero anti-Duterte, which is kanang
Ang ilaha.
di na ako sila ma-blame gyud na kay at least ba na sila na improvement.
Their logic is everybody else around Duterte is bad.
I know.
Everybody
but
else around
Duterte's, they're clean.
Yeah, he's a man's man, you know.
Nga
He keeps his word.
humabatian kay
What?
okay ra daw sila nila Duterte because of the build thing.
What exactly did he build?
We want infrastructure. Oh, I don't know.
What the fuck did he build? I keep asking that.
Generational wealth for his cronies.
For himself?
It's good for
Mana yung i-build.
the Philippines.
I mean,
That we're getting more stuff, but also like more to Ernest's point that is the primary spot in which governments like rob the people.
I mean, I don't know. What big project did Duterte really make?
Daghan mag-infrastructure nga ng lihok yun karon.
What's a man? Like what
Like
infrastructure?
itong flyover sa
Seaside.
sa
Duterte
Manila.
man seaside.
The katong flyover.
Katong
But isn't that the job?
Dolomite sand. Infrastructure man.
Wow, that's pretty useful.
It's probably not
for the
what they
mental
mean.
health.
Probably they mean the katong padung. Wait, no, that's
Katong
not
bridge.
Duterte.
Cordova. Di ba na?
That's
not
like
the
Oh, but
Duterte's
it's happening now man.
Yeah,
Mao man ang problema mga good kay.
Ang visuals.
Back ta sa procurement and planning and kanang COA. Kanina mga dagko kay nga projects, hindi na siya mahitabo in like a year.
Yeah,
Hindi na siya
exactly.
magawas, hindi na siya mo materialize in 1 year. Ginapa na sila yung mga si tawagan na kanang feasibility studies. Napa na sila
Environmental case studies.
wow. Like
atong
they
sa
actually
Dumaguete.
do that?
Sometimes.
They do. Kanang pero pwede ra pa na nimo ma-shock up to kanang
Mabuot-buot
upcoming corruption, mga kana excited na kasi sige maghimo taga tong mga kuan ni. Pero imo na himuon unya paliton pa na nimo mga yuta nga kanang tubuan na ang mga infrastructure. So magpalit pa ka na from private individuals mo nang sa tawag mo procurement magyapon na sa gobyerno. Like tagaan mo offer ang mga tao ni if di sila manghawa kay sunugon nimo mga balay nga ba. It's happened before.
happened a lot.
Let's not sugarcoat this. Yeah. So di gina mahitabo in a year. Di gina siya mahitabo in 3 years gani.
Not even 5. It takes a long time.
Ang kana mo kuana come to fruition na siya mga 4 years or an entire presidential kuan
Administration.
That's why they want
Or
Duterte
more.
again.
or
Okay,
more.
para
Why?
mapadayon
No.
daw.
I mean, like, the whole build thing, even with the carbon, is in shambles. It's like, they didn't even ask the people involved. They didn't ask the vendors. They didn't, So, what the fuck is this build
Wala
doing?
consultation sa kanang stakeholders mo.
The actual people who use it, like,
Kita niya mag-carbon na siya. Kuan siya kanang pobre ba yan.
wow.
Woman of the people.
I feel like you guys are making fun of me.
Wala pa dayon thanks.
But the point is, like, they never really consult. There was no environmental study. There was no they didn't have any vendors. Like, I think they asked a representative of the vendor who was very willing to sell off because she or he has shares. She has land which she can sell off to sa katong, what's the name of that company? Megawide?
Megawide.
Ay, Megawide contact us. Kilos kayo. Sige kayo, wala yung
Care to
reach ng
comment?
podcast ba?
So what good exactly is it doing?
I don't know what they see.
Katong isa nga point nga humot kay na siya sa mga potential botante. Kay kung makakita kag object good nga dako.
But it's not even.
Gabi ba taka visual kay nga
How
mga
is it
voters.
really linked to Duterte? Like, it's the local government that's making it.
Also, the Skyway, not everyone can use it. It's fucking expensive.
Yeah. Pila gani yung toll
Kaning
price?
na may toll, di ba? Ang kaning upcoming bridge.
I'm not sure.
Really?
I think na siya ito.
Oh,
Di ko sure
May
po
toll
na.
fee? Then
I'm
again,
fine with toll fees, but like every single one that gets you out of traffic is a toll fee. That's just not fair. Is that fair? I don't know.
I think nagkano kay tagtao, so I'm the wrong person to ask.
Well, I guess if you get rich people off the streets, that would be
That
great
would be
too.
great. They're the only ones
It's like
causing traffic.
ng economic nga kanang, oh, okay, do you have your own car? Go to the Skyway. Pero na mo reklamo gyapon ana na kanang di mo to nunoy car kay dato.
Kaya na ba ni cars yung pangalan? Pinanay nila ni animal.
La. Bago na napalit.
Not mine.
2021.
I did not put money on it. I just got it. Oh, that's worse. No, it wasn't mine at all.
Okay.
I'm not even using it. It's my mom's. I haven't used it once.
Do you even know how to drive?
I have a license, therefore you would
You
presume that I do. I'm not answering that
Ma'am, nasa
question.
USA ka na. Are you vaccinated? I have the card. But are you vaccinated? I have the card.
Jesus.
Kani wala na uso dili no. I think nagito yung nag-attempt na kapilang na maligya sila sa mga vaccine cards pa. Pero
Really?
wala po sila
Thankfully, nadakpan sila.
Oh, pero-
And I was like, hey, that's not cool.
Pero people want to be vaccinated. Mo na nice.
Bitaw.
Yeah.
Kanang motor mo show up
Bito.
gyapon sila ba.
Like, one of the best nga kanang thing that came out of this, kay, bisa ng kanang amo, like this person I know na super anti-vax, kay, mahadlok jud siya ba? Mahadlok jud siya. Di siya ganahan maturukan daw. Di siya ganahan mamatay tungkol sa vaccine. Nakapabaksin siya. Sige, magpabaksin na ako. Yung nahadlok siya sa Delta. I was like, wow!
Amazing.
Thank you, Dental Force.
Like, kanang maayo dun ang pagkuan ba na, oh, this
Ay,
Delta,
pag-market sa Delta.
oh, this Delta will only get will get the unvaccinated people worse. And it has. And it's very sad.
And
That's
also
why.
gets the vaccinated people.
Yeah.
Pretty bad.
Yeah. Like a small portion of them.
The ones that got Sinovac.
No, it's not just the Sinovac. So,
verify ang Chinese.
Dukon biya kayo mga
Ikaw na kayo
tao na.
tag-verify ron. Ayun na
Dapat
ang
man
Chinese.
siguro tanan.
Dili, Chinese vaccine.
Chinese people. Wait, no.
Chinese
Government.
conquerors. Chinese colonizers.
Chinese government.
Imperialists.
Imperial.
Imperialist China.
Yes.
Did you know that, interestingly enough, most of our vaccines are like Sinovac?
Oh.
Yeah, because
70%.
we're friends.
Yung sa interesting enough. Kaya mo man ang gi-promise nila.
I'm just so mad because it's so expensive. And that's the most number of vaccines we have.
Oh, mabito ano gi-kuan cash pag ina.
Yeah.
Damn.
So, procurement anak ko, palipaliw kong tanaw sa Senate po sa Sinovac procurement.
Pero, gituyo na sa China. Like, di ba, nauna man sila. I was like, oh, we got Sinovac. Buy from us. We're the first vaccine, yo. And then, daghan kay nagawas, mga basbarato. And I was like, oh shit, we already paid for this.
Mura ka na nakabutang nakagkwarta ba? Yawa. Sa umin ako.
Let's not look.
Hindi naman kayang Filipinos nag-appeal sa procurement, so I don't think they can make that excuse.
Probably. Di ba nanam to yun sa to? Pfizer?
Oh, nanawin.
Nagan to i-cancel nga procurement sa vaccines before.
Oh,
Di ba naman to kanang
sa
katong quote
J&J.
ni Kuan nga who dropped the ball? Ano yan?
Si Ping ba
Ping
na?
Lacson o kana who dropped the ball niya, you have no balls. Basta ball. It was an
lot of
entire
balls.
ball metaphor
Yeah, I
kanang
think it was
unnecessary
Pfizer.
kayo ba.
Pfizer to.
Oo. Pero kadto kuan to kanang murag.
Dugay kasi
ato ta natong dibs unya gi forgo na to for the
For Sinovac.
Di, kay mo gitapol na sila. I was like, I don't need that.
Really? Which is like, tapila ang Sinovac ni 2K? 3K? 3K siya. Diba?
no.
For 2 shots. Niya ang
I got mine
Pfizer.
for free.
Okay ba if kanang mao pa ba na ang price karon? Kay I think ni fluctuate mo ba na ever since nga nidaghan na tanan ko.
During the time, it was like 3K.
Oh.
Niya ang Pfizer, 800. Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
late man gud sila.
Really?
It didn't happen on their soil so
Or we're the ones who are super late and just want to please our Chinese slap masters.
Slap masters?
No,
That
sorry.
kind of sexy.
Kaya ba mo nga ang pinakauna nga nagturok og vaccine nga nurse sa UK, sa Pfizer Moderna, kay Pinay.
Pinoy.
What? Amazing.
So amazing.
Pinay Pride.
Pero daghan man sa kay nurses.
Mao
We
gani.
import like
Mo-
20,000 nurses every year.
Ako ginaw na ato gyud. Kay statistically dapat Pinoy gyud ang mga.
Yeah. Yeah,
Murag
I'm
bisa i-randomize
surprised.
pa na nimo.
I'm surprised. Dili first. Dili ka ng Pinay first. Pinay pod ang nagkanang first ng vaccine sa America. Because I learned 1/3 of all foreign nurses in America
Are
are
Filipino?
Filipinos.
So we are the backbone of their like public health system.
We're the backbone of their foreign public health.
Not our own. Because, you know, they
'cause
don't care
everyone
about
goes
them
out.
here.
Yeah, di pa kadawat og mga hazard pay.
Mo yun.
Shush.
Nya di po di pagawson kay para mo stay lang sila nga rin.
Oh, natoy punishment, di ba?
Yeah. Yeah, right?
Dapat mo serve mo sa
No,
country.
stay here.
Bisan,
With your bad pay.
nawadaan sila trabaho, gikan sa gawas, nangani sila dere kay global pandemic.
And then they wanted to go back.
Oh, yeah, di sila pagawson kay, no, you have to serve here. You're slaves now.
It's like, fuck that shit. And then they don't pay them money. And then grabe ka na kanang some nurses get less than like janitors or something. It's like, what? Nya kanang kuan pa siya like kanang you have to go to school for like 4 years to get that. You're not even compensated fairly.
I served the Soviet Union ng style.
It's not even just 4 years. I mean, like, for physicians, they have to take, like, 4 years more, diba? And then another 4 years for cutting their specialty. Their
God.
specialization.
Doctors and then mamatay lang sila kay wala sila protection from the government.
It's terrible.
Ito, pila na to ka PPE itong 700,000 na laptop.
Was it just one laptop na 700,000 or
Di,
four?
daghan to, mga
4?
10?
Di, uy, 4 na to, uy.
4.
I would like to see these laptops.
What games do they play on it?
Threadripper naman to.
Di tingas like games basin Max siya.
Unsa?
Kanang nasa
Dito Mac, digid si Mac. Kay Threadripper man siya, so kuhaan siya.
Is that
AMD.
Threadripper?
AMD siya nga processor.
What is this some nerd shit?
Oh,
Like, mas barato pa na sa Intel. Like, price to performance ratio. Kaya mas barato na siya sa Intel. Nga po.
yeah, but which is better, Intel or AMD?
Ang AMD, kaya mas kusog siya for the price. Pero mas manginit pa daw
Mas
siya.
init siya, no?
Mo na ang iyang murag.
Oh, man, I need to upgrade my
Guys, if ganahan mo muhatag laptop na
Ako CPU
Yeah.
kay kuon po. Pensyong.
Tawa.
She needs one.
Baby na po ng animal. Grabe kahilas. Good job.
She's a scholar. She needs a laptop.
Sugar scholar.
Sugar scholar. No, I'm not very sugar. I'm very bad at rank. There's no sugar in me. Only bitterness. Anyway.
Speaking of bitterness, nakatawa ko sa OWWA. Katong OWWA nga procurement sa,
the napkins?
sa COA.
Oh.
The napkins? Oh my god.
Wa ko kahibaw nga nganong mamalit og napkin ang isa ka.
Ang kanang usa ka
No.
agency.
Oo.
What's OWWA gani?
Overseas
Overseas
Workers Welfare
Workers,
Association.
Ilahang because we're making hygiene kits for the OFWs.
Di sakto man pud kay daghan mo kay mga OFW ang mga Pinoy nga yung maltreat.
But
like
honestly,
need immediate
need-
help.
yeah.
Ganun na po sila yung mga kit. Pero grabe na po ito kumahal nga.
it was
Pinto ko million yung mga
35 pesos worth. How
Ang
many?
isa ka napkin.
How many women
Ang
need
isa ka
napkins?
pad.
Oh my god, like
All the women need napkins, just saying.
Oh, pero 35 worth.
35 pesos worth.
Apil na tingay siya sa kanang pag-import. Oh.
Oh my god.
You
Pwede.
should hire me, Owa.
Pero giadto siya
Her
sa
dad
CNN.
would like that.
The first time.
Yeah.
The first time nga ang address nga gi kuan gi
They
bring
couldn't
up sa
find it.
COA.
They couldn't
Kay
find it.
empty nga lote. Niya na nagbalay dito. Niya sa second one kay niya na sila nga, oh di amo na lang gi-update kay kuan man na siya kanang murag gamay na siya nga business. So, mo na ni among bago nga location. Yan adto sila dito. Niya ang tarp kay bago pa kay print. Like ang tarp nga angay lang logo, niya napay kanang logo nga gamay nga kanang gi-print ra og kuan ba papel. Print ra may tip awa nang sa bond paper.
Wow, good thinking.
Ang pagka-PD adto na na-impress ko sa pagka-PD niya kay kanang Bati gid kayo siya.
Dapat yung bati nga logo that you would expect from a government office.
Make me a logo in 5 minutes. Palang bugs.
Oh, 5 minutes, Jude. I mean, it's so silly, but if you're gonna steal from the government, at least try to do a better job of it.
Di naman sila magunaw na good.
No one's thinking about that. No one's thinking, maybe these stealers need to do a better job.
When you're stealing, you're not doing your job. Why should you do it better?
I mean, pagkabuguan na lang, Jude, no? Like, oh, we're gonna buy napkins from a construction company?
Because nobody cares.
Which doesn't exist.
Stupid.
And they think that all the people are stupid.
Good.
And they were until, COA stepped in and was like, hey, not cool.
Ako, nagunaw na gid siya. Ang last na bitaw niya.
Let's go.
Let's go for it. Let's do it. It's time to go.
Forgive me, Sensei. I must go all out just this once.
Di ba mga Aquino appointees?
Aquino appointees.
So, di dyan nila sensei.
Dili. Si Sensei nila kay si Benigno. Si Kanhing Benigno.
It was...
May kuhan de karon kanang Aquino de.
It's Nino Aquino
as
de.
of the time of this recording.
Yes.
I actually was so embarrassed because my dad was like, today's a holiday. And I was like, what holidays? I didn't know, because you only think of holidays if they're on weekdays.
Exactly.
It's a fucking Saturday.
No one cares anymore.
You are still working.
Nana kay double pay.
Oh, double pay.
Next week kayo eh.
That's OT.
Very good for all the mall workers and all the
bitaw.
other workers, because na sila pay, double pay.
Workers
Hopefully,
unite.
if Dole is doing their jobs right.
I
hope Dole, that's the one I'm concerned about, because Dole is a very important place.
Oh, no.
But I don't hear from them much.
Sometimes I feel like there's...
They're too quiet.
They're too quiet. What are you doing? There's so many workers that are exploited, and where's
don't
your
care.
research?
I think they side with the companies.
Yeah, arbitration na sila mostly. Shout out de kang Cara Rosendo.
Oh my God! Oh no!
So, kuhan man siya kanang murag sila mo yung magpa-gitna ba sa tulfo.
Mga labor na
So if na mo reklamo sila ang kuhan. But who are they siding? Are like HR where they side for the government?
Di
or
man
side
siguro,
for the boss?
Di man siguro inana nga kuhan most of the time kay naman po sila integrity nga gi-uphold. So far sa ako nadunggan kay okay naman sila.
Oh, really?
That's one of the governments I want to be in if ever.
Of the government.
Government agencies. Shout out Dad who wants me to be in a government office every year for 7 years. When are you gonna go to a government office, Pia?
Kasi ka ng panglolo or lola nga butang ka na i-repeat lang sa imo. Kasi ka magminyo.
Yeah, except it's government office.
That's not very standard.
Like, what job do you want to be married to?
Sa mukha. Oh,
Good for my dad though, because as much as he wants me to work for the government, he's very anti-government. I was like, fuck Duterte, man.
That's very conflicting. What the fuck does he want? What the fuck?
Ay, basi nangandam siya kay bawo na siya nga Duterte is kanang
Leave.
Leaving. Wow.
Maybe.
on his way out.
Or he knows that government is where the money's at.
Procurement.
Oh, he hates the style, but he's gonna join the game. That's his thing.
Don't hate the player. Player naman siya.
Bitaw. Axie player.
Isa pa itong laing ipang kuhan sa kuha. More ba ito?
Daghan, oy. Di
I
na pa
don't know the katong port authority
Port
thing.
Authority nga thing kay, I think ang Cebu, masuro ito nga. Cebu CPA.
What?
Naman sila yung marag complex there sa port. Nasa ka na marag mga sports stuff.
Is it the greed complex?
Yeah, nasa sila yung gihimo nga infinity pool.
What?
Question na sa pool.
Oh yes, sa ilang office, no?
What?
Shit.
They made an infinity pool?
Oh yeah, I've heard
Ako po
about
if
that.
na may office.
I mean, if it's a port authority, you have to have an infinity pool.
Do you?
Kay magtan-or ka sa port, infinite nang guna.
Pwede man ka mo Sams, dagat.
Ganahan ka mo sa dagat sa Cebu.
I want to see the
Support.
guy that was like, "Hey, boss, you know what we need in this office?
An infinity pool.
Infinity pool." And they were like, "Okay, we have Koa on her ass. Let's go, let's do it."
That's so fucking stupid.
Pero kung mag-pool na lang ganin mo, infinite na lang. Go for it na lang.
The whole shebang.
Yeah, the whole kit.
Mag-pool mo niya, dili infinite team. Sa mo na.
Pero di ba infinity pools are all about the view?
Yeah,
And
what?
then,
Magatubang sa port.
nasa support authority. Yung magtanaw na sila sa support.
With that smell?
Yeah, dusty pa dyan kayo ng support. With all the trucks and
Yeah,
shit.
baho pa dyan.
Baho kayo nagkuhan, diesel. Diesel engine sa mga ships.
So what's the point?
But at least you're in a pool. I guess
Na
that's
infinity.
it. It's like, it's dusty, it's baho sa mga to. Mag-infinity pool ng separate for the mental health.
Koa, please forgive them. Sakto na tayo nagibuhat. They're suffering enough.
This government, I don't know.
I'm gonna try asking my boss for like
Infinity
infinity
pool.
pool. Maybe we'll get it. I
Yeah.
mean, Koa's not on our ass because like we're
It's a private company.
Yeah.
Mata kay bawa.
Why not? Let's bring it here.
Right in the heart of
Nanay
Mandaue.
mo ang Koa with infinity pools.
More dito.
Triggers.
Tapila pod. I would know.
Wako ka, kuan. Wako ka
Someone
kita
of Goa, wala sila nag-ingon kung tapila. I would like to know how much an infinity pool costs.
Lagi, basing ganahan dahil tamuhin mo, no? Gatong kagalingon nga.
Asa, diri? Right here in this room?
Maybe it was a reasonable price. We can just call the contractor.
Ang pilay cat ni man.
Uy, nag-goal lagi ko sa kabugo aning Pilipinas.
Tens, Pinoy man ta. Bugo ang tagapil.
Oh, magani.
We are only the most kanang gullible people.
Ever.
It fucking sucks.
What are you gonna do about
Lingaw
it?
man. Nalingaw ko. Kaning a round of news. Okay? It's very uplifting. Gikan sa kuwahin noon.
I mean, it's not uplifting when you realize it's your taxpayer money.
At least I'm realizing it. Kaysa sa kanang gikawat o gitsiyang kakaiba ba.
Yeah, ang pinaka-frustrating kay kawat na siya. I was like, that's what the government does.
Wait.
No. No.
Didn't Duterte say that at some point? Right?
And,
Lahat ng gobyerno may kurakot. We can't escape it. And something to that point.
Anti-corruption din na siya
in
sa
the
iyang
highest
kuwan.
position of the government.
If Duque falls, Duterte falls. Mga ginatong goal dapat rin.
We need to make the Duque fall.
Dapat naman siguro.
Kasi kami
Pero-
ningon na. Si Duterte may mismo ningon na.
Pero, how many times has Duterte ever, like, went with his word? Like,
No.
Oh, no,
kept his
never.
word. Exactly.
Kapi naman na siya. Yung ano, gusto ko nang mag-resign. Bawal.
So, my first sad boy president?
Bitaw, malakan yung sad boy.
Ito. Si Ninoy, single to, chain smoker, di siya sad
Oh,
boy.
kuwan to. Kanang
Beat siya,
Sigma male man to.
beat culture.
Sigma male man to siya.
Sigma male.
Sigma male man to buwang. Namatay ko siya sa yung Sigma. Sigma male's diary.
Sabog ka. Lura ng Sigma male eh. You.
Ang saman nga male si
Shrink
Duterte.
mo. Shrink mo.
I don't think he's enlightened enough for the shroom. He's not
Bitaw.
enlightened. He just sleeps all the time.
Don't give him
He's
that
a Figma
designation.
male.
Figma.
Yung fentanyl mo na yun.
He's not worthy of being a mushroom. Mushrooms are
Hindi
great.
siya worthy of being a male siguro.
Not even.
Males are so
Hey,
great.
Wait, no.
Di. I will prove my point.
Let's correct that. He's not worthy of being a person.
Kana. Pero,
Yeah.
as a male, I would say nga, hindi siya worthy of being a male.
Yung double down.
For one,
Yan naman.
grabe kayo sila ka murag pro-machismo kaya ni silang group, di ba? Pero, nag-wonder ko kay eventually murag tunga-tunga sa ilang reign of terror. Kay, it's pretty gay. Nothing against the gays, pero kanang murag, ang ilang mga tactics ba kay, kana bitang, 90s me would say kanang binayot.
Wow. 90s when you would say it.
Di siya as an excuse, pero kanang something na they would kanang frown upon ba? Like they would, kanina mga tao would, or kanang ilang mga supporters would say nga kanang, yung inanim nila yung buhat. May nana ba?
Like backing down on China.
No, like actually crying in front of
the camera.
In camera.
Si Boto, no?
Tayo. Niya ka na mag-defend sila o mga kuhaan. Kana ka na mga beta kayo. Sige, di na ako. Pakamatay na mga kuhaan niyo. Kapoy naman ko. Nana ba?
I wanna resign. We can't beat China. Stop attacking my fund deficits.
Like, they started out nga kanang full-on manly man.
And then they started crying in the middle. Like fucking babies.
Di ko masulti nga kanang binayot sila. Hindi ko na ko gain na. Pero, kanang, ang point lang
like,
ba, kay di sila consistent.
Contrast kasi sa macho nga image.
Weird siya. Like, karon si Duque, kay grabe niyang supported kay siya ni Duterte. Niya kanang murag.
Bromance of the oligarchs, may bay.
That's not very macho.
Kalood.
I will stand by my man. May nana bitaw?
Ew.
And another interesting thing I heard this week, kay Kuan, they thought na Leni Robredo is weak. Like, dili siya kanang strong kuno nga personality.
Wow. She gets so much done. Fuck you.
So I think murag na siya kanang like na despair people.
Mga DDS?
I don't want to call them that anymore. Okay?
What do we call them?
Post-DDS naman nga.
We need more allies. But yeah, pero like mo pa na ma-hear. Mo na ma-hear na kanang they don't think like Lenny is a kanang strong enough nga character. Pero murag, I think there's something wrong with their definition of strength because they think their definition of strength is like Duterte, like Duterte's. Na kanang macho, like, I will do this, blah, blah, blah.
But he doesn't do anything.
I know.
He's just been sleeping.
And I think, like, kanang, like, dapat lahiyon jud nila ang kanang ilang definition of strength. Because, like, strengthening a government official is more like kanang kay ba ka maminaw so what the experts are saying, you know how to defer like to someone else's expertise and maminaw ka sa mga tao and kanang even if
mangita
like,
ka sa ilang needs unya mo ihatag before pa sila mangita ana
before pa sa imo like needs, like for example if ganahan kay kag kwarta like you want to get rich but you don't get rich because you're a government official and you want to like serve the people actually, but that's not their definition of strength. I don't know why.
It sucks because she's been doing so much during this pandemic. I mean, she's done a lot of vaccination programs. Her latest vaccination programs was to vaccinate kanang mga pedicab drivers, which is great because they are essential workers too.
Good. Daghan ba kay na sila nga kanang unavailable good for like paid nga vaccinations or kanang kung di na sila ma-schedule kay di gina nila kuhaon kay makuhaan sila og kanang days work of pay. Kinahanglan kay na nila pantawid gutom, may nana ba?
Di nagkaayo kay kaning gipa drive-thru niya. Wala niya kanang like there was no lining, there wasn't
That's actually here too in Cebu. You can do that if you have a car.
If you're a pedicab driver.
But yeah, natay katong karon niya no kay katong indigenous what do you call that? A5 ka mga A5.
Indigent?
Yeah, indigent ng mga people. It's like, oh, good for them. Kaya mga lesbian na sila pero even though they're like kanang priority, they're like,
bito.
There kanang more of them na could get sick ba?
Mga ilagyapan sila ibutang sa back of the line. Fuck. So yeah, dapat lahiyon dyan na to ang definition
of leadership.
Because yeah, this is what we should look for in leadership. Even if everyone else is campaigning for the next elections, she's just doing the work.
Yeah, she's been doing the work all this time. For how many years?
She does, yeah.
Every fucking typhoon, she's there. Every fucking calamity, she's there. What has your president been doing? Like going around in a helicopter on a date with Bongo? And just saying, oh,
hey.
Kaya, may baha. Yes, may baha po, sir. That's it? Yeah.
It's pretty gay.
Stop. Let's stop with the gay stuff.
Ako rin bakala mo edit ang
pati asa kanang soundbite nga, let's stop with the gay stuff.
Kung sa'y other word nga pwede na ko magamit.
Un-macho.
Kana. Sige, ako to i-edit. Un-macho.
Okay.
Ako isulti 3 times para daghan ko kanang pwede ma-patch. Un-macho.
Un-macho.
Un-macho?
Not macho
Un-macho.
at all. Not Johnny Bravo. Not Bravo.
Wala imong dapat isulti sa kanang mga kailan ni mga kanang supporters gyapon sa current administration. Un-macho mo ni pangbuhat. Kita ka na nagilak-ilak mo na imong ganahan suportahan. Kana if tao siya nga sure gid ka nga only likes these people because of kanang ilang macho nga kuan ba.
Pero I don't think anybody's thought of Duque as macho. I was like,
No.
everyone who even
pati
people who
ang-
like Duterte,
Mana
like,
pati ang
fuck
DDSK
fuck Duque.
against me.
What is like a relief?
What is with this in this patriarchal
Ikaw
country?
kay warakon. Macho pa ba ka ana?
Asa dapita
Like
giwarap.
if murag grabe bota men.
let me rock you.
Gimahayan ako nga kanang nata sa pandemic ron and wala gid siya wala opportunity for like gigs ba. Kinindot kay ta na maghimo og kanang Rock Against Corruption Warakan 2021.
Warak against corruption.
Warakan 2021.
What?
Diba? Imagine na.
Let's do it.
War and warak. War
Yeah,
rock.
but you can only do it with like a rolled R.
Nakaabot na ta sa atong halfway point.
Oh, yay! We
Salamat
haven't even
tayo sa-
talked about the Taliban.
We're getting there. We're getting to the juicy bits.
Talib ta.
Nice.
Oh my god, I just thought of that.
What?
Talib.
Unsa man nagtalib?
Oh my god.
Unsa nagtalib?
For some misogynist, no? Ay, nagipili nga ngaan kay Talib.
I know
What's
it's called
Talib?
that.
Ano man. Sige, unya na.
Check it
We
in
will
the next
know.
half.
Yeah.
Lingawa aning podcast, uy. Pero usahay, gimingaw man ko anang lokal nga Cebuano music. Asa man ko makadungog ana? Pia?
Check out our friends from Pawn Records and Pawn Press, who recently migrated their local goods, music, and literature to online shopping channels Lazada and Shopee.
Lingawa ba sa aning spirals o burbs?
Support your favorite local authors, artists, and musicians. Score their books as well as physical releases. 60% of the profit will go directly to the authors and artists. Don't want to pay online? The good news is you can order these items via COD. So check out shopee.ph/pawnpress and lazada.com.ph/pawn-press now. Part 2. Ow, fuck!
May gabi.
My finger still hurts. Anyway, let's talk about the Taliban.
Speaking of harm to women,
Wait, she just harmed herself. That doesn't really count. But harm to women.
The slate harmed me. Talib. Oh yeah, that was my thing. I know why it's called the Taliban.
Why? Is there a ban?
What I
On
don't know. I
Talib?
know where the roots of the word Taliban is, but I don't know why they call it that. Anyway,
What's the root word? Tell us.
well, the root word is Talib actually.
What is talib?
But yeah,
it's
but-
women, so you ban women, thanks. You ban women.
No. Taliban is a Pashto word.
What's a Pashto word?
You know, like the language there.
Ah.
And yeah, so Talib in Pashto, actually also Arabic, is student. And that's why people are confused, because in Arabic, if you put an on something, it means two. So it's like, why would it be two students? But it's not Arabic, it's actually Pashto. So the an in Taliban means to plural it. So it's like students. Yeah.
Students of what?
Of life. I don't know. Maybe it was like they just wanted to disguise themselves as something legit. It's like, oh, we're the Taliban. We care about
You know where the
students.
what they're not students of?
What?
Women. Definitely
Probably
not
because
women.
women aren't
Women aren't
educated
even
there.
able to
Study.
be taught, much less
Right?
teach.
I know, and it's
They
so
can't-
sad.
They can't go out.
So
They
kung mayroon
can't-
day difference nila sa ato, okay, kita scholars man da.
No.
Scholars.
Oh yeah, but then we're basically Taliban.
Wala to siya. Wala tong headline nga clip.
That was gold.
Just call all the scholars Taliban. Hey, we're the Taliban, and then all the people who are called Taliban are just gonna exploit women. I was like, what? What are you doing here? Get out of here!
Musta ang inyong reaction at tungkol ang fall of Kabul?
That was terrible.
Like, di ba, ang first na ko nga ka ng, like, exposure to it, kaya katong ilagi pang cover ang faces sa mga women. I was like, oh no, this is like the beginning of the end for women's rights there, definitely. Because, like, apparently, like, before that, kay nibalik ba pagka medyo ka ng, at least in Kabul, which is, like, the capital, I think. So, magbalik pagka medyo Western-ish, na medyo, like, liberal ang kanang life sa mga people there.
Women would get gussied up all the time.
And then some would have, like, they won't even have, like,
the
burqa. They wouldn't have burqas on.
And the hijab.
Yeah, that one. So, like, they were allowed to have, like relatively normal lives. Yeah. And then the Taliban just kind of, apparently they negotiated. Like, they were negotiating with the locals. And they were like, okay, I guess.
Women can still work. It's so funny. It's so funny though. But the first day that they established their government, they already like started erasing women's faces on the streets. I mean, the posters. And the very next day after that, they started going around house to house carrying guns, telling women, go to work.
Women too?
Yeah, to go to work. Like, it's fine, you're safe.
I mean, they're the Taliban. You can't expect them to not have guns. They're probably like, we're just going door to door. Like, where was I supposed to put my gun, huh? Leave it at home?
At least they're telling women to go to work.
Yeah. It's like an upside. Probably, like, there were some people there who was like, I'm still allowed to work? Yay!
Terrible.
Katong kuan, isa sa things na ilang gibuhat the moment na nakuha nilang capital kay neto sila na TV station. And they went on interview murag national station siguro nga ay lang spokesperson kay nagstorya og babae nga reporter.
Wow.
So murag
Progress.
kuan establish nila there is kanang
there will be a democracy here.
Let's see.
Di ba mo itong ilang na they're gonna be like, they're still gonna commit to democracy here, totally.
No.
Except for the women. Kaya like, nato katong kuan, like, one of the really sad photos put kay katong, like, the school children, even though they already closed up the schools, they showed up to like, maybe they'll allow us to go to school, except for the the girls, because they're not gonna be allowed to be educated there, apparently. So I was like,
that's so terrible. It's so interesting because I watched like Breadwinner a few months before this happened, and it was exactly about cutting the Taliban like occupation during 2007, 2001 to 2007, right before 7/11. Right?
9/11.
9/11. I was like,
Nag-improve sa Afghanistan yun. Ano sila sa Manila? It's like so fun.
maybe that's why they did it. They wanted us.
Exactly. Everything like during that time, everything was
convenience.
so backwards. It's such a sad movie because it really talks about women's rights and how it was trampled on like during the Taliban occupation.
About women's rights.
So like as a breadwinner, on someone like how are women's rights trampled on?
The story of Breadwinner is about cutting when the Taliban came. Oh no, it's about a girl who's living during the Taliban occupation, and she comes from a family that have modern ideals, a family where the mom was able to taste getting democracy, where she was able to go to school. She's a writer. She was a writer at least, and the dad was also a cartoonist and whatnot. But during the Taliban occupation, it's like their family was in shambles. They lived in poverty, and at some point, the father gets arrested because like one of the Taliban like soldiers sees her out in the street selling with her father, and he takes an interest in her. Like, how old is she? I want to marry her. Like, you're not supposed to be here. I'm in need of a wife. Father. You can go to Afghanistan then and save the women there. The point is like Kay gidumtan man siya ato. So the imprisoned dad, and since the mom is sick and they can't go out, like the older women can't go out. They can excuse children, I guess. So she tries to live a life going out selling things until she's forced to dress as a boy. It's really about her experience, like as a young girl during the Taliban occupation. It's so cool. Like nice kind of animation. It reminds me of Persepolis.
Yeah, that's also like a thing about like super liberal women. Like they grew up being with very liberal parents, and then
liberal parents mo ginang bane of
is that the Taliban song? It's really sad. No? At least for like sa Persepolis, no, I think medyo she was always standing up for herself, and hindi like kayo scary for her, kind of. Na,
Iran?
yeah, but like she had to migrate out. Yeah,
I guess because
and then Karl Marx was there. And a very interesting conversation with God, because they were fighting over like who influenced her best.
And then at some point she became God, I think.
It was a good movie, and it lost to Ratatouille in 2000.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah.
Oh well, a movie about women's like
I know.
Jesus
Lost
Christ.
to a rat.
Kita mo sa kanindo to. Kita mo pagkaon niya, hinumdum siya sa yung child.
Yeah, who cares about women's rights, right?
But it was so good, Persepolis. Anyway, Breadwinner.
Let's watch that. I want to
We
watch
should.
it.
It's a short one, diba?
It says 1 hour and 30 minutes long.
Oh, so it's like full-length judicial animation.
Yeah.
I thought it was a short.
It's a
Basi nasa
movie.
short gihimo na may uban mo ina.
Yeah, it's very relevant in this times. I couldn't help but think like, oh, this is how they're gonna treat women again. They really beat up women, like who don't wear burqas or who go outside without their man.
I think one of the for me pinaka graphic about the experience of women under Taliban is katong kang Khaled Hosseini. See, like 1,000 Splendid Suns. Like he was very good with Kite Runner, but like Kite Runner is more about like the guy side, like this little kid and his dad, and then this one is more about like women's struggles. So like there's two main characters. See Mariam. And the other is Layla. Si Mariam kay mura siya kanang struggling pud siya kay murag anak ra siya sa kanang basically she was like a bastard. Na kanang sikat kay dad pero yung mom kay murag mistress ra. So she had to live a very difficult life, and then she had to get married to this really disgusting guy who only wanted to like have sex with her, and she couldn't get out without her permission. Like mo nang kanang life na kanang not sure like burqa yun. Like kanang, what do you call that? The niqab. And then she's not allowed outside without like a man's permission, and that was like one of like kanang sa plot nila kamotong kanang struggles with nila. And then there's Layla na parehas sa katong Breadwinner na super like liberal, and she wanted to be like a scientist, and she had so many dreams, and she wanted to like
Study.
yeah, she wanted to be a person. Like she wanted to work and like make a change in the world. And then the Taliban got into power, and all of a sudden her future was gone. Her parents died because of the rockets.
Oh yeah.
And then she got married off to the same guy that Mariam got married into. So, yeah, so they were like kind of
So
fighting.
Dick sisters, yeah.
Yeah.
For want of a better term.
Yes.
That's
But
nice.
yeah, like but then she also learned a lot of things. Like you can see them like try to like live normal lives under
Despite
it, but it's really difficult. And najiget happen on kind of scenes of like women being beaten just because they want to like stand
Go
up for
outside.
themselves
Yeah.
or something. It's like, ugh. And that's the kind of future. And that's why it's so sad, no, kind of hearing about the Taliban coming back again. Because
I know.
women go through this. I mean, even after, like, even outside of the Taliban, women
don't
were
know.
probably, like, persecuted, one kind of.
Like yeah.
Like, in private, but with the Taliban, it makes it kind of more legitimate. It's like, oh, this is what the Taliban wants.
Sige. Historical context time. Ang Taliban existed way before any foreign intervention dito sa area, di ba?
Yeah.
Kaya maroon na sila og kanang
Extremist.
extremist nga group nga kanang nara sa ilang kuan, nara sila mga si tao ni murag mga katulagi na sila sa caves. Like sa rural areas more focus sila diha. Niya sila pud may sell og opium. Murag ilaha man na. Kaya ang Afghanistan was kanang main source of opium sa katong 70s nga gamito nila sa heroin or sa kuan. Basta opiates. Baligyan man na nila. Unya naman toy time di ba nga kanang appeal man na sila sa mga countries nga involved sa Cold War, and Afghanistan was occupied by kanang Soviet Union at nga time. So Russians may nagkuha na to. Unya ang US wanting to win the Cold War, so daghan sila mga kanang chess moves ditong area. So decide sila kanang what if motabang ta ning mga freedom fighters nila nga kanang want independence for their country. Ato ni silang tagaan og training, tagaan nato sila weapons, tagaan nato kuan para ma-drive out ang ang Russian nga occupying forces. And you know who these people are?
The Taliban. So they were created by the US.
Hindi naman siya created.
But encouraged.
Encouraged.
Oh my
God. Just to drive out the Russians.
And they did.
And the Americans like years later.
And then ang motong celebration sa una kay the Taliban drove out the Russian occupying forces. If mo tanaw mo sa Rocky, siguro tong film.
Whoa.
Kay naman na siya nga meme. Like sa end sa isa sa mga film ni Sylvester Stallone kay naanang kanang dedicated to the brave warriors kuan
in Afghanistan.
Oh my god.
So they were kanang
cuz
Rambo man siguro to. I think Rambo to. Dito siya.
Pero si Rocky K was also against the Russian.
Pero Rambo to.
Okay.
It's crazy.
They were very anti-Russia then.
Cold War.
Cold War.
I know.
If na pa ang Russia niabot sa Asia, kay ang Pilipinas siguro may staging point dito.
Wala din niabot sa...
Wala. Kuan to, Maoist nga kanang sa China.
Oh yeah, they beat
China
them.
ang ilang kuan.
They drove them away.
Ang ilang staging area to kay Vietnam. Kay ang ilang proxy war to kay katumang kuan. So na Vietcong versus mga North Vietnamese Army. So, mo na siya.
Wow, history.
Ang lingaw po na kay back ta sa history pero recent history.
I know, it's still going on one.
Di ang katong for the longest time ang mga left o ang left sa America, the only important left that we have in the world, gabi man nila og kuan, gabi nila kanang pugos nga kanang let's get out of Afghanistan kay wala man diha nagikan si Bin Laden. Bin Laden was in Pakistan, mas siguro siya napatay. Nung wala man siya diha niya kuan man na kanang wala man na yung weapons of mass destruction diha ang inyong gisulti. Kuan mo beto isa sa ilang mga points. So ngano na pamanta diha, ngano nag-occupy pa maghihapon ta na lugar niya. We're kanang killing our troops for unnecessary nga bloodshed ba nga kanang dapat wala na sila. And sige sila push na until sa time nga niabot si Trump who decided nga kanang we're pulling
leaving.
out. So kanang sige pull out na ana. Weird siya nga karon sa time ni Biden nga nahitabo na nga pull out na siya. Kay nana po niya ang kaning new nga narrative nga kanang but think about the women. Kuan lang siya kanang kay ba ako nga importante gina siya nga butang. Pero
ang timing
for the longest time kay nag-push man mo nga muhawa ang troops there sa US troops sa Afghanistan and they finally did. So this is what happened na naka-realize ang Taliban di naman na sila makontra na to kay or they're tired po ang gibilin nga occupying forces sa US kato ilang gitrain nga murag presidential na guard or kanang pabor sa president nga kuan kay dili sila efficient enough na
to fight against the Taliban.
Yeah. Pero isa po na sa mga points nga weird kay wala nila gi-train enough. Nga they probably could. Pero basin naghunahuna po sila nga kanang basin sila na po mo against nato ani in the future so better not train them too much or they'll know the tricks of the trade. So ato na silang pasagdan ani and see what happens. So mo to nga ang Taliban kay nakigsabot ra pud siya sa kanang mga border guards kanang pabor sa government at nga time kanang sige palabiyan lang mi kuan naman ang Kabul. So halos wala ra sila resistance going to the capital. Murag open ra tanang gates para nila. Ang nahitabo pagid adto kay wala sila maalam sa ilang mga fellow kanang kauban for years dito sa Afghanistan. Kanang mo leave na sila itong mga military base.
Kalit lang kayo.
Kalit. Kuhaan man to, weeks before. Weeks before nila, hitabo ang kanang occupying Kabul. So, nihawa sila itong base. Niya, murag, day after, kay na itong mga news agencies, niya nag-inspect ka na, murag, wala sila gihipos. Like, get up and leave yun ang tanang hitabo. What the fuck? So, ang mga employees po na itong Afghans still went to work. Yato na sila dito, niya tingnan na silang wanay tao.
Wow.
So inana sila ka kanang murag nasty sa ilang pagkuhan
That sounds terrible.
Wala sila nag-ingon like we're gonna do this right now. Bye. Prepare.
Grabe ka unceremonious o kuan exit ba.
Pero sa motong katong mga dagkin kay airplanes kalit lang ng lakaw. I was like, hey, what are they doing? Hey, take us too.
So sa kuan na sa main nga base, sa main nga bases siguro, I think. Yeah, weeks after mo to nahitabo karon which is sa main nga sa capital na which is Kabul. Anya nahitabo po sa Kabul kay tanan international offices nga naa didto had prior knowledge ang mga naman to establish yung mga embassies. So mga embassies kanang mga western countries giingnan ang kanang mga foreign nga kuan employees about what's gonna happen. Na sila ticket out. Tanan nila mga local nga employees dito. Wala nila giingnan. So they show up for work gihapon adto nga day nga niabot na ang Taliban sa
That is such an asshole thing.
Fucking asshole.
Jesus Christ, Biden.
Like wala jud sila nag-help sa mga other Afghans na.
Wala. Ang last nga help siguro is ang katong people nga nasigo atong C-130 nga nihawa nga.
And then they weren't even like they were welcoming them. Kay murag diba like there was like there's a limited number of people they can get in. And then they were like, oh no, they're still coming in. I guess let's just take them. So that's what happened. Okay, fine. Let's just take whoever's in
Not
here.
just like Qatar, di ba? Or something. Murag somewhere sa Middle East nga kuan gyapon US base.
I remember some of them went to at least like some British people they went to UAE because UAE is kind of connected with Britain pa.
It's
So
terrible.
inana ka bati ang ilang paggawa dito. Like ni pull out gid sila the day off. Wala sila gilaing gingnan. Like Afghans kanang wala gid sila prior knowledge nga padung nang kuan. Padung nang Taliban. Kaybaw ang US or kaybaw ang mga foreign dignitaries hawa na sila. Ang president ni hawa niadto mo siguro Qatar gyapon.
Even the president left them.
What? The president of the country?
Jesus.
Oh my God.
Naman na nahitabo nga nakuha gid sa Taliban entirely ang Kabul in a day. Wala may nag-defend yun nga anyone.
It's like no one was like commanding the army to do this.
Why didn't they make a stand instead? They were afraid of the bloodshed? Or
Kay policy nila is kuha naman getting out of the country. Why? So if mohimo pa sila og stand dito, nana po yung mga mata yan niya. Kanang nana po mahimo na po na siya og kanang international thing.
This is Biden's fault then?
Wala ko kahibaw kung unsay wala ko kahibaw how to make sense of it all niya. Igo lang ko ni witness. Ni mata lang ko isa ka buntag.
Yeah, it was very shocking. I'm like, what the fuck?
I heard
Taliban? That's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
I heard that Biden didn't have any choice but to pull out. I'm not sure.
Wala man
Did
siguro
he?
choice good. Rag mo man tong right choice.
Why do you?
Ambot
Why
lang
is it
ko
the
unsa siya
right
ka
choice?
right in like hindsight.
Timing wise.
I guess like to protect the U.S. citizenry. I guess.
Basin.
I don't know. But
To protect his ass po. Okay, everyone's been asking
I don't know. I'm not sure how much I like Biden now. I used to like him because he liked poetry.
Wow,
How so?
really? Wow. That was like 7 minutes of his inauguration.
Pero now we have a country that's kanang self-governing.
By the Taliban.
Governing that doesn't listen to its women.
I mean, Sharia law.
Napadnay ka ng one of the hot takes na nga na mag-vote man ta nila. I mean, this is what they want. That's what the Sharia says. But then also, like, this is not the life that women were living, and then you just like get them into that kind of
And take it away.
Yeah, and just take away all of kind of their freedoms, like just like that, just because like for them it doesn't matter what they think.
Yeah, because women
It's
don't
not
matter
fair
to
either.
them.
If you want to like try to remain like democratic, then that means you also have to keep those rights.
Do they
Mga
really
siguro
want to
nang
be democratic?
murag hope nga kanang ang current nga Taliban leadership ba would listen to that side po mo kuan po sila nga naman po pagkukulang ang weird ni siya sulti naman po pagkukulang ang Sharia law sa karon nga current time like di naman siya applicable pero amot lang kung masulti ba na nila
Because it's a religion.
They
And
did-
religion is very rational.
They did promise though. They did promise that they'd say women will be safe, women will have, they can still study and
I
they
think
can
isa
still
na sa ilang
work.
sulti atong with the female reporter so, on air
But how sure are we that they're gonna uphold
ang
their
implementation
promises?
lagi moro mo ginang kuan yun
Especially like Kabul is like, it's gonna, even before kay murag mas liberal siya, so like the thing you should think about are like the people in the rural countries, because like you can say those things, but even in the rural, even like sa rural country, like rural parts, kay daghan kaya po like abusive women, because that's mo nang na andan nila inana.
It's hard to be a woman.
I know, right?
Lagi.
Yeah.
Ako rin contextualize in history but
Historically, women are so
lagi sad siya nga wala ginang women in history wala sila na count so kanang kuan ba
Bitaw, asan sila nag-count sa 10 Commandments?
yun naman thou shalt not covet your neighbor's wife
That's
Like
it.
a
We are
property.
just property.
Are
Fuck
we?
that.
Cows?
We need to like make a thing for women atheists, because you know the religions aren't thinking of us.
from all like ito ang kuya ani like nana po niya drive karon na kanang but think about the women save the women sa Afghanistan so what is the option that we have should we send the liberals to Afghanistan
I mean, it's their country now.
mo gani murag unsa may kuan na to unsa may legal or
Get
international
people out
recourse
of
na to,
there, but get the people who want out.
okay there's a lot of people who want out
Yeah.
katong unsa to murag robotics team man siguro to sa Afghanistan nga ganahan sila mo migrate to Canada like ganahan sila mo kuhag asylum to Canada kay kuan sila kanang murag di na sila kabalik sa ilang country I think murag na sila dito I think na sila dito yeah, di na murag wala sila gana nga
What are they
mabalik.
doing? The Olympics? Or
Robotics tournament na siguro
oh,
ano ba yung mga robots only
I don't know.
I think ang transgender po to isa
Robo-Olympics.
Robo Olympics. That sounds great.
pero dako kayo siya mga thing like
I know. I was super
pero
stunned.
ni pull out ang US sa Afghanistan which is something
I think one of the calls would get murag you need to rescue people or something.
Oh, okay, did you see that video where kind of people were climbing the airplane and trying to do Mission Impossible?
Nagkakig nga matay at sa
Yeah.
tarmac o
Did you
sa
see how many people
landing
fell?
kuwan, sa landing gear.
Jesus fucking
Ang
Christ. They were that desperate to leave.
Because there's gonna be so much conflict, and then they're gonna be like makuha na pod ka between two different sides. And then there's gonna be the whole capital is probably gonna be like squashed again. It's gonna turn into rubble, nana kind of. So
Ayun.
pero what my war?
Pero
Wala na may US.
Peaceful
so.
assimilation man to nila sa capital. Ganun, i-rumble naman po di mo balik.
Yeah, but someone's gonna wanna like I don't know, make a war out
Take
of
it
this
back.
again. Yeah. And then it's gonna be rough.
Pero if it's some local militia na po, okay na siguro.
And then ang US na pa yung fund nila.
Oo, maro na akong gihope.
Another local militia.
Nanapoy ka ng A24 film nga kanang this film is dedicated to the
Samoka.
noble warriors of Afghanistan.
That has to be like from
The liberals.
It's come from as long as the US doesn't like meddle into that stuff, I guess.
But bati magid siya hunaw-naon nga kanang we shouldn't meddle. Pero most of the thoughts nga imong mahunaw-naan kay meddling thoughts man.
I don't.
Yeah, but the US has been very bad at meddling because they think
ang priority of
it's very
meddling
public
nila.
relations. Gyapon nga meddling. It's like,
oil gyud lang.
yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, we're totally doing this for freedom.
Not really.
Really?
Not at all.
They want oil.
Slick
Black
freedom.
gold. I've been watching this docu-series for a few months called Explained, and the latest episode is about black gold, oil. You know, like 30% is owned by the US, even though it's mined in like places like Afghanistan and Nigeria.
That's what the wars are for.
That's what the war industrial complex is for.
It's so sad because like all that development, 70% goes to the US, and even when they leave, they do decide to leave, it leaves the country like in shambles economically. So like even though like Nigeria is technically one of the richest now in terms of resources, they're still the poorest. Only 50% can have electricity
Wow.
in their country, and it only
Feel gigwana gabi.
let's
Balik
segue
na
to
lang.
that. And even those 50% only have it for like 8 a.m. in the morning till 5 in the afternoon.
Oh, igor lagi ko makatiwas na ba?
Dapat magkuan day ka ng solar power. Is that what Acon's doing?
Lord.
Yeah, we need solar power now, especially with these weird blackouts.
That was like a freak blackout, diba?
Yeah, entire Visayas.
Entire Visayas.
Yeah,
Isa lagi datong grade. Dito gina ko na po. Equal dito tanong. Nade equality.
At least in the Visayas.
Where do the lines come from? How
Negros
does
man
that
na-
work?
So like naigsunog sa plant sa Negros.
Kuan daw, lightning strike.
Yeah, it was a lightning strike. So how does it happen? Like, our wires are connected to Negros's wires?
Murag. Naman tayo undersea cables.
Wow.
That far along in the sea?
Thank you, engineers.
How did they do that?
Scuba divers.
Ato internet kay undersea cables.
I have a question. How do they do that? Do they have like submarines?
Na sila
to install it?
cable laying ships. Like dagko kay na. Di siya dagko may siya nga ships pero nasi dagko kay nga spool. Kana ila nang naman na mo.
Don't the sharks bite it?
What kind of questions are
Story ako 8-year-old.
explain like I'm 5?
They do times pero sila kalusot.
They should make it so that when the eels like go to them and then they try to like
Charge.
them like charge gyapon sila ng electricity. Like extra lang siya.
Sagsaka ko years mo. Pakaplan sa cable. Wala ba yung eels? Electric eels ako sa sea.
sea.
At the bottom of the sea.
Wala.
Where are
Kuwan man
they?
sila,
They're
kanang
freshwater fish.
man na sila.
Oh.
What if
Who knows?
they got electric cousins in the sea?
They just
Kaya ko
wanna...
legendary ni siya nga film.
The electric
Or Sharknado,
eel.
kanang tigim mo sa Sharknado. Bitaw.
Do the power lines go to the bottom of the sea, or are they floating on the sea?
They're
Bottom.
probably at the bottom.
Do they sink?
Oh.
How can they sink?
Because they're heavy.
I mean, is it super heavy cables? Not cutting those light, thin ones?
Dili. Dili siya kanang extension cord type.
I'm sorry. I mean, like, when it comes to these things, I'm like just super... What is that?
Science high din siya, guys.
Where your tax money goes.
Say hi to your alumni.
Sa kuan din, sa Mindanao, kaya napo yung mga electric barges. I think napo na dali.
Oh,
so,
that's so cool.
Ang generators, electric generators, kaya na on, like, floating, kuan ba?
What?
So, float na sila sa mga pier.
So
Whoa.
how do they like
What
get the
happens?
electricity across the ocean?
Murag
Sa
isa
land.
nila
Bluetooth.
through cables gihapon.
Oh, I see. So murag na lang sila nga to.
Nya mobalhin na sila. Ang kanang murag movable na siya.
What happens if there's like a storm?
Mo na ang problema.
Yeah, and
And there's always a storm. Oh, remember last Thursday when there was a really, really bad thunderstorm?
Really? That was
Yeah.
I didn't
What
know
were
there
you
was
doing?
thunder.
What
Bahaw siguro ba?
What the fuck were you
It
doing?
was probably in Mandaue. Maybe it wasn't in Mandaue.
It was super loud.
Busog kayo eh.
Oh, my cats were going wild.
Damn.
Just running around the house. Like maybe that's what hit it, no? Oh, it's super
Day
cool.
after man to. Like day after or na ang night of. Kasi nibalhin ang thunderstorm dito sa area. Nag-iigo sa kuan.
You want to be a fatalist and say this is the end? I
Mo
want to
bitaw
say
na
that.
nag-iingon apocalypse na
Because
there was the vaccine and then all of a sudden
Oh, no.
blackout.
Oh, this is the return of the
Yeah,
Lord.
mga naka-Sinovac kay mo kuan din may muda yung zombie.
Yan, nakuha na sa Taliban ang Kabul. Apil mo na, di ba? So,
It's the end times, my friend.
I know.
It's-
The Jehovah's Witnesses are like, oh my god, it's coming.
The Lord be coming.
Or the other apocalypse cults. They're like, yay!
sure ko di
second
apilang
coming of
ang Taliban
Christ.
na.
Probably not.
I'm kind of freaked out because I've been watching this series called Japan Sinks. And in the show, it's not only the Japan sinks, it is also getting the Philippines and Indonesia sink too.
Whoa.
Yeah. It's
Ano
great.
na lang, mamatay na ka before na may tabo.
I think
That's very comforting.
in the same like episode of Cutting Netflix Explained, the docu-series, they were talking about the climate crisis and the change. By 2050, we'll already have increased by 1.5 degrees Celsius.
Oh no.
Currently, we're at 1.2, and it's already
Ang
devastating.
2050 man mo yung kuha na? Irreversible.
Oh, doomsday clock, right?
Irreversible na siya. Like, kumubot na na point.
So why do you guys want to have children?
Oh my god, here she goes.
Stop having kids. Ugh.
No, let's just have kids because like the world's gonna end anyway.
Okay. Sila
So
na
it's
bahala
like
na.
even if you fuck up, it doesn't matter. They'll die anyway.
What?
At least na-fulfill niyo yung biological kuhan mo.
They're gonna be well-rounded people.
Yes.
Well-rounded corpses in 2050.
Ain't that great?
Ain't
It's
that
wonderful.
just the way?
Kita dapat mahimo mantag more children kay ang next generation kay mo adapt mo na siya sa
They're gonna grow
Atong
gills.
sa-
Dapat
Kuha na.
ma-evolve sila.
Oh, so ang kanan ng mga tao mas kuha na sila, capable na sila of surviving plus 1.5 degrees.
You know you're.
Di ba? Sakto, di ba?
Are you
Akong math.
Are you sure?
We should make more children.
We should make them all in Africa.
This is
like-
getting racist.
Because it's hot there. Or Brazil. And then they'd have like...
Na may entire tropical belt good nga.
Yeah, we are already super hot here. Do you know how many heat waves we've had this past month? It's crazy. We've
So
had
the Philippines too. So we're
already doing it.
Except we can't do it in the Philippines because the Philippines is gonna sink.
yes.
That's my point.
Everything
Do it in a
should
big
sink.
continent.
Sa Sahara daw.
So
You can't trust the Pacific Islands to survive this. They're like super tiny.
The best is a ring of fire.
Yeah. There's gonna be earthquakes there too. How are they gonna survive, huh?
There is a
So
theory
maghimo
bitaw.
tawag children nga daghan. Yeah, by 2050, andam
Kamo
na
lang?
sila
Yeah.
to repopulate the world. Pero dito ra sila sa Africa himuon tanan. Para maanad
Or
sila
Brazil.
sa kainit. Or Brazil. Para maanad sila sa kainit. Yeah. Ato ra dahil sila i-expatriate to their parents' countries after.
And let's make sure there's no racism this time.
Oh, good. So
Yeah.
dito sila sa South Africa.
No, South Africa's a rainforest area.
Really?
Yeah, surprisingly it is.
I thought it was cold there in South Africa.
Like the Congo.
the Congo?
Yeah, it's a big forest.
The Congo isn't in South Africa.
Where is it?
It's in the
Mid-
Democratic Republic of the Congo.
I need to brush up on my geography. Basta, like, kaning South Africa, it's a foresty area.
Hindi doon naman po siya sa Congo. I think na siya ubos-ubos ko.
Ubos gamay.
Pero na sa mid-dapit ang Congo.
And then, ang Sahara kay nasa mid to,
The
like,
Sahara.
to north.
I thought the Sahara
North.
is like north.
Western. Northwestern.
I thought the whole belt was like Sahara. Not really? No?
Ba't lang?
Desertification of the world.
Basta ang Nile kay taas na siya. Mabot na siya sa center.
How did this become a geography na class?
Okay, geopolitics mo gani. Nagsugod mo gunta sa fall of Kuan.
Bitaw.
Geopolitical man yung atong discussion. For once.
I have a joke about the Nile.
What?
Man.
So it goes like, oh no, I don't know if I'm gonna get this right. It goes, Egypt doesn't have a lot of water, and if you don't say that, you're in denial.
We miss
Good one. I
Bayani.
love that one.
It was a finger.
No, it wasn't.
Ano siya kasyalo mo yan yung samok.
What, the Nile?
Denial.
That's where I'm in right now.
You're in denial, but what? We're all gonna die. We're gonna die.
Hindi mo lagi bata tayo.
Di ko.
Adapt ng mga bata. Yung mga tanong, di mo na ma-adapt. Matay na na sila.
No, you first have to like the process is you go to a tropical place and then you get a child and then you make them evolve to the weather.
Can we have
Di
children that have
makaka-evolve
gills?
og tao nga na.
Bitaw.
So ikaw dapat ang
Oh,
evolve.
ikaw may dapat magpainit. Like for a lifetime. So ang imong anak may makakuha og ka na genes ni imong.
So we should just go to the beach all the time?
Yeah,
Nama tata?
exactly what we're
Episode
gonna
40.
do.
Episode 40.
Foreshadowing.
But it takes hundreds of years for evolution, right? It's not
Dili
like
kay
one
ba mo ato nga
generation.
kanang nisugod ang kanang cellular phones na 90s. Yeah, ni adapt siya locally mga 2000s. Yeah, by the 2000s na to yung murag si tawag gani kanang study of infants. Yeah, most of their thumbs kay mas dako kaysa sa previous generation. Incrementally mas dako siya for adapted to kanang texting ba.
Wait,
God.
correlation is not causation.
Oh, pero it's not crustaceans too.
That's definitely not me. Part would na sa study ang katong kalitlag kanang nanay bent ang mga fingers sa mga tao.
Ngano gani na
Because that's where you put your phone
Fuck.
on.
Sabuk.
And that's why your pinkies are bent.
Why do you hold your phone like
Wala
that?
gyud ko
That's
kay
so
nana.
weird. I hold my phone like this. Why do you hold
What do you type with?
like with? Oh, I hold my phone like this with both hands.
Kamo guys, sa may pag-hold in your phone.
Yeah. Do you guys have the
'cause when you're
evolutionary
texting
finger?
like that.
I don't text like that.
Or at least when you or you do that and then you use both hands.
I have very tiny hands.
Okay, tiny mo.
Tiny hands.
Tiny horse.
It's never gonna die down.
Sige,
Get-
mag-blackout na
get-
po ta.
We've reached.
45 minutes.
Wow, that was
Damn.
fast. I'm pretty awake now. Evangelion time. I thought we were watching Breadwinner. Evangelion.
Mag-spoil ang nahitabo ko.
No, I haven't given you the
Wala na, di
ending.
mo ginamit na.
You just don't like women. That's why your girlfriend's in
Bitawan na
Canada.
ako podcast with 2 other women.
And then next
Yeah.
guest kay woman pod.
Nanagi ko woman hater. Bro,
Exactly.
kung Taliban. In fact, ako ginasura ng Taliban din. Ako Taliban din, no?
You're the Talib.
In this
Taliban.
situation.
Taliban of life. Okay, I guess that's it. Are we ending? Thank you to all the people who watched till the end. You are very
Did you
strong.
watch to the end?
And shout out to Bayani if you're still listening.
Big things are happening there sa kani nga thing.
Without Bayani.
Hopefully makaya na ko.
Kaya.
Let's say Kaya Ernest on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Kaya Ernest.
That's what you get for getting 2 women on the show.
Bayan yung sa uning pag-rap.
I give you a beat and then you rap.
But you up here.
I don't know how to beatbox.
Mao ka. Hinundom lang ko nga kanang sa high school. Nakoy kanang amigo classmate. Nga kanang tig beatbox na siya. So interested kayo siya in mga rap ng mga things. Nga grabe na yung beatbox. Grabe na yung na kukuman bito. Pagkana nito ang nawa yun.
Yuck.
After ado kay di na namo siya palimton. So mga beatboxers, wash your hands.
That's how we're gonna end.
Yeah, that's how we're gonna end, guys. That's it for episode 38.
Yay.
And see you next time.